Hi everyone. I'm sure all the grandmothers remember when their babies went in baby walkers, and they may have asked you about that, but baby walkers are a big no-no today. They were used for babies to have a place to sit up and to actually start bearing weight on their feet and to walk forward with it. They loved it. The problem was it put them in very unsafe positions. Babies would end up falling down steps even when watched because one parent would think the other parent was watching, or they'd wander into the kitchen and get too close to a hot stove. So walkers really caused a lot of injuries indirectly, and for that reason, they've really fallen out of favor. So instead, somebody came up with the brilliant idea of an exerciser. And that was basically putting a walker on top of a saucer so it couldn't go anywhere, but a baby could still sit in it and be happy. That has kind of evolved into the activity centers now where babies can sit in their seat and play with a tray around them. And those are perfectly safe, but you want to make sure they don't have wheels so they're not going anywhere. And you really want to adjust it so their feet barely touch the ground. You don't want them sitting for any long periods where they're putting a lot of weight when they're not ready to do it yet. The other thing that grandparents remember is something called Jolly Jumpers or Johnny Jumpers, and they were things you could attach to doorways and have babies bounce up and down in them. The problem with that is the same thing, that they're safe if you're watching them, it's well attached, and the baby's toes are just barely grazing the ground. You don't want them being able to bounce with their foot totally flat because that puts a lot of stress on a developing hip. So those are two things to avoid: walkers and jumpers that aren't adjusted right. Thanks.